Hello everyone, so welcome back to a vlog with me. I am starting a reading vlog, and it's not just any reading vlog, it's a dedicated reading vlog specific for one book and one book only, and that is Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood. This is by Sarah J. Maas. This is going to be a reread for me. It looks like I started annotating when I first read this book, and I guess I stopped annotating when I switched over to my Kindle to read the book faster. So I don't think I'm going to continue with annotating because I don't know, I just don't want to. But I am really excited to get into rereading this book, and also slightly nervous that, you know, it's going to wreck me all over again because the first time I read it, it destroyed my little heart. But yeah, we're gonna do a dedicated video to Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood, and I'm excited for it. So be ready to take this journey with me as I update you guys throughout the story. Also, I will be listening to this on audio the first time I physically read it, so this time I'll be listening to and following along as we go. I'm really excited to see if I missed anything, and just overall to reread and relive this story. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking and we're gonna go ahead and jump into it, start reading it. I'm currently home. I didn't have to work today because, if you don't know, I live here in Texas and we recently just had a snowstorm again this year, but thankfully it wasn't as bad as last year. I'm about to show you guys what we got, so hold on. This is our backyard. I'm currently sitting here on my little chair, so yeah, that's what our backyard looks like. Very icy, not so much snow. It's more now hardened into ice, but me and my kids are here at home. It's currently Friday. Hopefully I don't have to work tomorrow because honestly I don't want to work. I just want to dedicate these next few days off to reading this book. So yeah, that's it for this intro. I hope you guys will enjoy this journey with me because I'm so excited and so nervous at the same time. I want to finish this book because the second book, which is House of Earth and Breath, Air and Breath, Breath and, I don't know, something like that. Sky and Breath, I think. House of Sky and Breath. That one's coming out February 14th, and I'm so excited. Hopefully I get my hands on it the moment it comes out, but we'll see. That's all I got for you. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into the story. Hey guys, so obviously it is the next day and I have some updates. Ooh, I got scared there for a minute. We've reached the point where Danica and her pack of wolves have been killed, allegedly. And they have no idea who has done this because Danica, for one, is somebody that's very powerful and very strong. So they have no idea like who could have done such a thing, and especially while with her pack of wolves. And Danica is Bryce's best friend slash roommate. They've been best friends since college and they've been inseparable ever since. So yeah, when Bryce comes home, she finds that Danica and Pack of Wolves have been slaughtered and like torn to pieces. And she does see something that could have done it, but it's too fast for her to like catch. But she does notice that it's like something that she's never seen before, or like the scent as well has been like something she's never smelled before. So she definitely feels like it's something out of their world, like not belongs in their world. So there's that. So it's been 2 years since Danica's passing, and Bryce is just going through the motions. She's just trying to like pick up her life still with her best friend gone. So that's where we're at. Nothing much has happened other than Danica's death. Also, Bryce is a very like unique character. She's always wanted to be like a professional dancer, but has never been able to because she's been told that she doesn't have the right body type. And at first I thought like maybe she was too tall, or I don't know, like I just thought other things other than what I think is actually the truth. She's just a little bit on the thicker side, which I appreciate, because you know what, I'm so tired of seeing skinny characters in books and movies and in general. Like, there's different body types out there and not everybody is fucking skinny. So I appreciate if that is what Bryce's body type really is. Like, she's thick and she's not your average skinny dancer, then like I fucking love that. But that is all I have to say for this update. I'm gonna go sit on my couch and listen. I was gonna sit here on my chair, but I want to sit on the couch. So also, can I show you guys what it looks like outside? Yesterday I filmed the intro. Today is obviously like the next day, so I want to show you what it looks like outside. Like, what? There is patches of snow. Like, it's a warm day today and all the snow slash ice is gone. Yeah, that's Texas for you. Hey guys, so I'm back with an update, and I wanted to let you guys know that I am currently on page 305. So that means I'm on chapter 30. Actually, it's 302, but whatever. I'm on chapter 30, so I'll be starting chapter 30 tomorrow. I have a headache. I did get quite a bit read. Not a lot, but it's still fine. I've been on and off reading or listening to the book. One thing I remembered now is that this book is definitely like very slow at the beginning, and I thought that even though I was listening to the audio, like it would be a little bit more faster, but it's still pretty slow. But I do think that it's gonna start picking up now, because there's some things going on. So the last time I updated you guys, I did tell you that we had reached the point where Bryce's friend Danica and her pack of wolves were murdered, allegedly. And it's been 2 years since, so Bryce is pretty much like going through the motions and just, you know, living her life the best way she can without her best friend. That's where I left off, and that's what I explained to you guys. So since the 2 years have passed, another murder has occurred, and it was the same way. The person was killed the same way Danica was murdered, and all the rest of her pack of wolves were murdered. So they are thinking that there might be some kind of coincidence connection with Bryce, because Bryce was the last person to see Danica and her pack of wolves alive before they were ripped to shreds. And then also this person that was killed was also the last person to be seen with Bryce as well. So the governor, which is like an archangel, and his other angel soldiers are wanting to speak with Bryce about what's happened. And they pretty much push her into like investigating the murder of her dead friend because of this recent murder. So she doesn't have a choice, she has to do it. So she gets partnered with a angel by the name of Hunt, or Athalar, or Umba Mortis. He has those names. He's like one of these warriors that a lot of people fear. Like, the moment they see him, they know who he is, and they also know like he's not one to be messed with. So he is like protecting or like watching her, and at the same time they're supposed to be working on the case together. So they are trying to trust one another and figure it all out, but he doesn't trust her just as much as she doesn't trust him. And it's just, you know, a lot of tension, a lot of back and forth with one another on what they think of one another and their opinions about certain things. So yeah, so they've just been pretty much like trying to figure out, and they're getting somewhere now in the story where they're starting to figure small things, not necessarily like the bigger picture, but they're starting to kind of piece things together in a way. So far it's still pretty slow. I do feel like it's gonna start picking up though. I think I can feel that it's gonna start picking up, and I am here for it. So my last update, I did mention that I think that it was going to pick up a little bit, and it has a little, not a lot. It's still kind of pretty much back and forth with Hunt and Bryce trying to figure out who the hell is summoning this demon. Oh, I forgot to mention, they figured out that it's a demon that has been summoned that's doing these killings, which Bryce knew it had to have been something, because the night of her friend's death, that's what she started chasing after, was like this demon, or she knew it was like something of not of the world that they live in. That doesn't make sense. She knew it was something not of the world that they live in. I think I just repeated myself, but whatever. So by the scent, like, she knew it just did not belong there. The scent was way off. So when she chased after it, she saw how it attacked an angel. And she saw how ravenous it was attacking this angel. So she definitely knew it didn't belong there. So that's the only thing she's ever known, that it was definitely like a demon. She knew it had to have been something from like the deep depths of hell, and that's all. And so now that her and Hunt are working together and investigating, they've learned that it is a certain demon. It's called the Cristollos, and they have just recently been attacked by it. And Hunt has gotten bit by this Cristollos demon. So they're pretty much trying to figure out like more about this demon and how it can actually be summoned, because you would have to have a significant amount of power to be able to summon this demon. So that's what they're trying to figure out, who the hell is doing it and why they're doing it. So it's just pretty much all that. They're just back and forth with investigating, and that's pretty much what's going on, is just investigating, trying to piece together certain things. It's still not making sense at all. I feel like, well, now in the certain part of the story that I'm currently on, Bryce is kind of starting to wake up a little bit and know, she's starting to realize a lot of things are just not adding up and it's not making sense. So that's where we're at. It's still a lot of back and forth. I will say that Bryce has a lot of PTSD when it comes to this whole investigation, because she never got over the fact that her friend was murdered, and she's held on to a lot of guilt because of this. She holds on to a lot of blame as well. So she has severe PTSD with a lot of things that she's having to relive from these new murders. Yeah, so it's really hard on her doing this, but she wants to do this because she wants to get down to the bottom of what happened to her best friend and the pack of devils. So also, I'm starting to really like Bryce and Hunt's like relationship, how it's evolving. They had this one moment where they were at the shooting range, and Hunt didn't realize that Bryce is really good with guns. Like, he didn't expect her to be as good as she is. Like, he just always thought she was this party girl, and he's finally realizing that that's not who she really is. It's just who she wants people to see her as. But yeah, they had this moment where she started shooting the gun and he was getting completely turned on by it, and vice versa. He went right after her and started shooting the gun, or shot once, and she was just like, okay. So yeah, I like the fact that they're starting to trust each other more, and their relationship is starting to blossom for like a friendship. But they have obviously some kind of like sexual tension there, but for the most part they're becoming friends in a sense. So I like that. It's update time. So I'm currently on page 561, and I just wanted to update you guys on a little thing that I just finished reading. So Danica's birthday has come up, and Bryce is celebrating it by herself. She's sad because nobody else like in their close circle has like mentioned I miss you. So Hunt's kind of caught on to like her feelings for the day. Like, he noticed that she's been kind of distant than she normally has been. So Yeah, that made me feel so sad for her because, like, even with the PSD that she's dealing with, she's also still grieving over her friend. And then not only that, like, she took time out to go and, like, celebrate, knowing that her friend is, like, not there to celebrate with her, but she still remembers, and she's still, like, it's still very close to her. And she just feels like now that her friend is gone, like, everybody's forgetting about her, and that's something that she doesn't want to do. She doesn't want to forget her friend or the pack of wolves. So she purchased Danica's favorite thing that she liked to eat on her birthday, which was chocolate croissants. And when she opens up the box, one of them has trash, like literally written on it, trash. And automatically she knows who has done it, and it's like the other pack of wolves that have taken over Danica's and her crew's spot. So Hunt goes in like this raging fit and like goes to the pack that has done this and like literally threatens them and tells them like, you need to stay away from her, don't come near her, don't think about her, nothing. Like, y'all need to stay the fuck away from her, because if you don't, like, I'm gonna pretty much show you why they call me the Umbo Mortis. So I love the fact that Hunt, knowing that this could potentially affect his own like freedom and he can get in serious trouble for this, he doesn't care because he cares a lot for Bryce. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. I can't believe like she is getting so much hate. They still, I don't know why the pack of wolves blame her. I guess because she was like the last one to have like seen Danica in the pack of wolves before they like went off and like got killed. So yeah, it's so heartbreaking that she has to deal with all this on her own, and to top it off, like she has to deal with hate over something that she had no involvement in. So yeah, I just wanted to hop in and say that. But kudos to Hunt. I freaking love him. He's like the best friend you want to have. But yeah, that's all. I'm not even gonna lie, like the first time I read, sorry, I'm yawning a lot. I'm getting sleepy. I remember the first time when I read this book, I can't really call it like a sex scene, but like their intimate scene where they're like, I guess their foreplay scene, we'll just say that. It was really hot. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty, not intense like what I'm used to when reading Sarah J. Maas books, but it was, right up there with it. It still was enough to get me like, all kinds of, feels. I don't know how to explain that without sounding weird, but if you know, you know. But this time around listening to it, although it was still enjoyable, I didn't get that. I didn't get that side effect that I did the first time I read this book, but nonetheless, like, it's definitely picking up. It's definitely getting better. Yeah, it's getting good. It's starting to pick up. And I'm hoping this next part is not gonna crush me like it did the first time. We shall see. So I am not gonna update you guys until I am done. Alright guys, so I just hit the part that really made me tear up the last time I read this book. And I did tear up, but I didn't tear up as much as I did the first time. And I think it's because the first time when I read this, I was a little bit sleep deprived and I was already in an emotional state because of the sleep deprivation. But it was still very heart-touching, very sad. So one of the little fire sprites that goes by the name of Lahaba, or Bryce calls her Lily, she is a guardian of this little museum that Bryce works at. So she stays there, Lahaba stays there and like protects all the books that are in this little museum type thing that Bryce works at. But she's not just a little fire sprite. She's friends with Bryce. She's been there for Bryce ever since. I mean, she's just been there, and even after Bryce lost Tonica, she's been there, like, as a supporter. And even though sometimes Bryce is a little bit mean to her, she still sees the good in Bryce. And she's so cute. She's just this little fire sprite character that loves watching smutty TV shows and gets teased by Bryce, and then also like literally swoons over Rune and Hunt. And Bryce just teases her about, you know, her little crushes on her brother and Hunt. So yeah, it was just sad to see Lahaba sacrifice herself out of loyalty and love for Bryce to help her escape from being killed by one of the archangels. So it was very heart touching to see someone so little have such a big, courageous moment. And I wish all the best for Lahaba. And I want one. I want her. I want a friend like Lahaba, a little creature. But yeah, that was very touching, and I just wanted to share that. I know it's gonna keep getting more intense now, but I just wanted to hop on and have a moment for Lahaba because she's the absolute cutest. And you know, I love her loyalty and her love for Bryce. Literally, she loves Bryce. And it's also sad because she is also a slave like Hunt, and Bryce bought her freedom and was gonna surprise her with it. And now Lahaba is sacrificing herself, and she just wants everybody to know that she did something good at the end of her life. Alright, you guys, so I finished Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood. Did it take me 3 days to finish this book? Yes, it did. Why? Because my attention span. But I finished it. And I loved it. I loved it just as much as I did the first time. My only complaint, and that's a personal opinion, it's an unpopular opinion, is the fact that this book is fucking long. And I mean, even though it's a slow read, it was still interesting. It's not like it was boring, it was just slow. It took forever to get to like the bigger picture, but nonetheless, like, it was still interesting, if that makes sense. It's not like it was unnecessary. It was interesting. It all came together. So yes, Bryce has been holding on to a secret herself, and that is that she is Starborn Fae, which she thought, or she didn't think. She only let her brother think that he was Starborn Fae, because he is too, but she's powerful than him. And she never wanted to take the title away from him because she knew how important it was to him to be, you know, the chosen one. So yeah, she let everybody know her secret, and she saved the whole entire Crescent City, so because of her powers. And then not only that, she did the drop, and the drop is like this test that they do, and it's gonna let them know if they're gonna live forever or they're gonna like not live forever. And she did the drop, and usually to do the drop you have to have some kind of anchor, somebody that's strong enough to pull you back out, because you literally like flatline, like you die, and you have the option to come back if you're strong enough to come back, or you'll just be dead. So Danica was there. Danica was there to help her do the drop, and nobody thought that Bryce would make it, because obviously Danica is dead, and they always thought like you needed a live being. But Bryce once again proved that anything is possible. And yeah, I loved it. I loved every bit of it. It was so heartfelt, heart-touching. And it was also a moment of peace for both Bryce and Danica. Bryce especially, to get that peace that she can finally tell her friend goodbye and that she loved her. So yeah, it was amazing moments. And then another thing also is Hunt is no longer a slave at all. He's free. He doesn't have to be owned by anybody, which is cool. I definitely feel like book 2 is gonna be slow as well, and I think it's gonna be 2 more books after book 2, because I want to say maybe she's gonna be writing a book for each house. There's 4 total, and I think at least it says like in the front. So yeah, I'm really interested to see what's gonna go down in the second book. And I think I did mention that I believe it's gonna be following the Fae, because the Fae are House of Sky and Breath. So yeah, and then also I'm hoping it'll give us some backstory of Hunt. But then I don't know, I don't really know what to think of it, but I do know it's definitely gonna have something to do with the Fae and Bryce's powers, because everybody knows about it and they know how powerful she is, and it could be a potential threat to other people who are in power, because she can be powerful than them. So, but anyways, yeah, I just wanted to hop off and do this last update. It's fixing to be 1 o'clock in the morning, literally, but I finished it and I loved it, and I cannot wait for book 2. I think I mentioned everything that I wanted to mention in this vlog. Hopefully this one will be a good one, but if not, it's fine. I just wanted to kind of just share my experience while reading this book, because I didn't really share much, I think, last time. But nonetheless, thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.